Hare Krishna. We can start reading. If you all can raise your hands, we can go with the raise hands, Matajis. Yes, Hemangi Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. Yudhishthir Maharaj said on Madhusudana, O killer of the Madhu demon, what is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the dark fortnight, Krishna Paksha of the month of Ashwin, September, October? Please describe its glories to me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, then replied, this holy day is called Indira Ekadashi. If a person fasts on this day, all his sins are eradicated and his forefathers who have fallen into hell are liberated. O best of kings, one who simply hears about this sacred Ekadashi achieves the great merit earned by performing a horse sacrifice. In the Satyuga, there lived a king named Indrasen who was so powerful that he destroyed all his enemies. His kingdom was called Maheshmati. Maheshmatipuri, the glorious and highly religious king Indrasen took good care of his subjects, and therefore he was rich in gold grains, sons and grandsons. He was greatly devoted to Lord Sri Vishnu as well. He especially enjoyed chanting my name, calling out Govinda, Govinda. In this way, King Indrasen systematically dedicated himself to pure spiritual life and spent much time meditating on the absolute truth. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Sushmita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. One day, as King Indrasena happily and peacefully presided over his assembly, the perfect orator, Sri Narada Muni, was seen descending, white as a corn, shining like the moon, like a jasmine flower, like a lightning bolt. Narad Muni descending from the sky. He is decorated with matted locks of reddish hair. The king offered Devarusi Narada, the saint among the Devas demigods, great respect by greeting him with joined palms, inviting him on into the palace, offering him a comfortable seat, washing his feet, and speaking sweet words of welcome. Then Narada Muni said to Maharaj Indrasena, O king, are the 7 limbs of your kingdom prospering? The 7 limbs of a king's domain being the king's well-being himself, his minister, his treasury, his military forces, his allies, the brahmanas, the sacrifices performed in his kingdom, and the needs of the king's subject. Is your mind absorbed in thinking of how you can properly perform your occupational duty? Are you becoming more and more devoted and dedicated to the service of the Supreme Lord Sri Vishnu? The king replied, by your kind grace, O greatest of sages, everything is quite well. Today, just by your presence, all the sacrifices in my kingdom are successful. Please show me mercy and explain the reason for your kind visit here. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Vardhana Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji.
Yes.
I will scroll up, Mataji.
Yes. Sri Narada, the sage among the Devatas, then said, O lion, among kings, listen to my astonished words. When I descended from Brahmaloka to Yamaloka, Lord Yamaraja praised me very graciously and offered me an excellent seat, as I glorified his truthfulness and wonderful service to the Supreme Lord. I noticed your father in Yamaraja's assembly, though he had been very religious because he broke an Ekadasi fast prematurely. He has to go to Yamaloka. Your father gave me a message for you. He said, in Mahishtamani lives a king named Indrasena. Please tell him about my situation here, that because of my past sinful deeds, I have somehow been forced to reside in Yamaraja's kingdom. Please give him this message from me O son, kindly observe the coming Indira Ekadasi and give much in charity, so I can go upwards to heaven. Philosophically, we can understand that every living entity is an individual, and individually, everyone has to practice Krishna consciousness to transfer back to home, back to Godhead. As stated in Garuda Purana, someone who has suffering in hell cannot practice Krishna consciousness because this required some mental peace. With this reactionary tortures of hell make impossible. If a relative of a sinner suffering in hell gives some charity in the name of sinner, he can leave hell and enter the heavenly planets. But if the sinner's relative observe this Ekadasi, fast for his suffering uh, kinsman, the kinsman goes directly to the spiritual world, as stated in this narration based on Brahma Vaivarta Puranam. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji, thank you. I don't see any more reasons. I can read. Narada continued just to deliver this message. O king, I have come to you. You should help your father by observing the fast of Indira Ekadasi. By merit you gain, your father will go to heaven. King Indrasena asked, O great Narada ji, please be merciful and tell me specifically how to observe a fast on Indra Ekadasi, and also tell me during what month and what day it occurs. Narada replied, O king, please listen as I describe you full process of observing the Indra Ekadasi. This Ekadasi occurs during the dark fortnight of the month of Ashwin. On the Dasami Tithi, the day before Ekadasi, raise in the morning, take bath, then do some service for the god with full faith. At noon, bath again in the running water, and then offer oblations to your forefathers with faith and devotion. Be sure not to eat more than once on this day, and at night sleep on the floor. When you awake on Ekadasi morning, clean your mouth and teeth thoroughly, and then with deep devotion offer the Lord this sacred vow: today I shall fast completely and give up all kinds of sense enjoyment. O lotus eyed supreme personality of Godhead, O infallible one, please give me shelter at your lotus feet. At noon, stand before the sacred form of Sri Shaligrama Shila and worship him faithfully, following all the rules and regulation. Then offer oblations, ghee into the sacred fire, and tarpana directly to help your forefathers. Next, feed of qualified brahmanas, obviously non-grain prasadams, and offer them some charity according to your means. Now take the food pinda of you offered to your forefathers, smell it, and then offer it to cow. Next, worship Lord Rishikesha with incense and flowers, and finally remain awake all night in the day near the deity of Lord Keshava. Early in the morning of the next day, Dwadasi Tithi, worship Sri Hari with great devotion and invite Brahmanas, devotees, to some sumptuous food. Then feed your relatives and finally take your meal silence. Um, Anybody would like to read? Or they okay, Vrinda can read. Okay. Okay.
Okay, if you strictly observe a fast on Indra Ekadashi in this way, with controlled senses, your father will surely be
Elevated. Okay, sorry. I'll move this one. Wait. Yeah.
elevated to the Lord of the Lord. Vishnu, after saying this, Devashi Narada immediately disappeared from the scene to bless someone else with his presence. King Indrasena followed the great saint's instructions perfectly, observing the fast in the association of his relatives and servants. As he broke his fast on the Dwadashi Tithis, flowers fell from the sky. The merit that Indrasena Maharaj earned by observing the fast released his father from the kingdom of Yamaraj and caused him to attain a completely spiritual body. Indeed, Indrasena saw him rising to the abode of Lord Hari on the back of Garuda Vasa, and Garudavan Indrasena himself was able to rule his kingdom without any obstacles. And at the time when he handed over the kingdom to his son, he also went to the spiritual realm of Vaikunta. O Yudhishthira, these are the glories of the Indira Ekadasi, which occurs during the dark fortnight of month Ashwin. Whoever hears or read the narration certainly enjoys life in this world, is freed from all reactions to his past sins, and at the time of death returns home back to God, where he lives eternally. Thus, the narration of the glorious Ashwina Krishna Ekadashi or Indra Ekadashi, taken from the Brahmavarta Purana.
Vaivarta Purana. Thank you, Vrinda. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear devotees, for staying back and reading the glories of Ekadasi. We'll close the call here. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namananta koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, assembled devotees ki jai. Jai. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank you.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Happy Ekadasi.
Happy Ekadashi. May God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Closing the call.
Gauranga Nityananda.
Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna. Dina Bandhu Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Din Bandhu Prabhu.